Hey everyone! This is a video about how to refinish this beautiful mid-century modern table by Lane. I recently moved into a new apartment, so I was looking for furniture, and someone graciously gifted this table to me, and I was up for the challenge of refinishing it. I'd never refinished a table before, so I'll link below some of the helpful videos that I watched as I was trying to figure out how to do this, but I'll show you my process right now. Although I'm refinishing this specific Lane mid-century modern table, the process and the concepts and the different tools that I use throughout the video can be applied for different types of wood furniture. This is the table that I was gifted. You can see here there's some watermarks and some damage to the finish and a little bit of mold. Here I'm applying the wood stripper. I chose to use citrus strip. It is less toxic than some of the other options and biodegradable, and I'm just applying it liberally throughout the whole table.
Hey buddy, what are you angry at? We don't have enough on the edges?
After the stripper has dried, I let mine dry for about 2 minutes. People have different preferences for this. Some like to leave it on longer. I took a scraper and started scraping off the stripper and along with the stripper, the finish. And it's kind of super satisfying. Since the legs are curved, I opted to use a fine steel wool, like a 000 3-knot or a 400 4-knot grade steel wool would be perfect for this. At this point, you'll want to wipe down the table with a mineral spirit. I didn't feel like going to the hardware store, so I washed off the excess stripper with water and let it dry. This ended up working out fine for me. Then I sanded the table. I was sanding to try to get rid of some of the dark spots to see if any of those would sand out. It's very important to sand with the grain of the table in case there are any scratches. Also, I used, I think it was a 240 grit sandpaper, so nothing too abrasive in this part. And the sanding will kind of get the table ready to receive any stain or any of the other products that I'm going to put on the table later. Here I'm just trying to get any of the dust particles left over from the sanding, so I'm using a tacky cloth. Because I had dark spots left over from the water and the mold on the table, I wanted to lighten these spots, and I tried to go to the Home Depot and Ace Hardware to look for oxalic acid, but it was completely sold out in my area of Georgia. So I opted for Barkeeper's Best Friend. Barkeeper's Best Friend actually has oxalic acid as one of its main active ingredients, and so I mixed that with water. According to a bunch of different YouTube videos, it doesn't matter the ratio of water to oxalic acid or Barkeeper's Best Friend. So I just made what looked good to me and then applied it liberally throughout the whole table to try to lighten the dark spots. Outfit change because I got oxalic acid on my shirt and the stripper on my pants. I was anxious for the staining part. I used a walnut colored gel stain and applied it in the direction of the grain of the wood. Since it's a gel stain, I was able to remove it basically as soon as I applied it. And I removed it just by taking a cloth and wiping it with the grain along the wood. Since the feet were already painted black, I just decided to go ahead and touch up the little spots that had been rubbed off over years of wear. The final step was to finish the wood. I used a polyurethane clear satin finish to spray on the wood. Some people prefer the kind that you paint on. I ended up spraying, and I did a total of 4 coats over a few hours. bonus round history lesson in case anyone's interested. So I found out that this table is part of the Lane Acclaim collection. It has a serial number on the bottom, and the Lane Acclaim collection was designed in the late 1950s by Andre Buss, or Andre Buss, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and it kind of came as a result of growing demand in the US, specifically by baby boomers, for this type of modern furniture. At the time, a lot of Americans were importing Danish furniture because they really liked the style and also this idea of mass-produced modern furniture. So this Acclaim style is really part of American mid-century modern history, and I'm super happy and grateful to have a little piece of history in my apartment, and to know that I kind of gave it new life and brought it back to its former glory just makes the whole process even more special. So I think that's what you can gain from refinishing any type of old wooden piece of furniture, or even just giving a new finish to a newer piece of furniture. It's the whole process that makes it exciting and makes it your own, which I love. Thanks for sticking around.